CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Michael Wallace. An appeals court has rejected President-elect Donald Trump's latest attempt to postpone his sentencing at his hush money case in New York. Here's former federal prosecutor Lori Levinson.
So far, it looks like Donald Trump will proceed to be sentenced this Friday by Judge Merchan regarding the hush money case. He lost before the Court of Appeal in New York today, who refused to halt his case, even though he claimed, as the president-to-be, he should not be subject to sentencing at this time.
Back in May, a unanimous jury concluded Trump authorized a scheme to falsify records related to reimbursements for a hush money payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels. The judge overseeing Trump's dismissed classified documents case has temporarily blocked the Justice Department from releasing special counsel Jack Smith's report on that investigation. Judge Eileen Cannon, a Trump appointee, is leaving the decision up to an appeals court. Prosecutors have said the report could be released as early as Friday. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has announced the social media giant will dump its third-party fact-checkers and let users add notes to posts they think contain misinformation. Tech expert Mark Rotenberg thinks it's a mistake.
Rather than removing fact-checking and essentially giving up, which I think is what Zuckerberg has done, would be to become more transparent about how the content moderation decisions are made.
Winds in Southern California are now gusting about 50 miles per hour. CBS meteorologist Nikki Nolan says wildfires are a big concern.
There's a critical fire weather outlook for today. There's an extreme outlook for tomorrow, and they've issued red flag warnings in Southern California, and they mark it as a particularly dangerous situation.
Much of the rest of the country is dealing with bitter cold, with temperatures 15 to 20 degrees below normal today. The Biden administration is accusing Sudan's rebel group of committing genocide in that country's civil war. CBS's Cammie McCormick has more.
The administration has imposed sanctions on the rebel group's leaders. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says they have directed attacks against civilians, and it's escalated beyond war crimes and ethnic cleansing. The conflict in Sudan has killed tens of thousands of people. It began nearly 2 years ago, and it's considered the world's biggest current humanitarian catastrophe.
CBS's Steve Kathan has more on a grim discovery at a Florida airport.
JetBlue says 2 people were found dead in the landing gear compartment on a jet at the airport at Fort Lauderdale, Florida, during a routine inspection. The airline says the plane had most recently operated as Flight 1801 out of New York's JFK Airport.
This is CBS News. Take over.
Well, that's today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 57 degrees in San Leandro, California.